We now come to the point in the program where we award this year's Liberty Bell Award recipient, Tim Skubick. You are the type of person that ought to have the award named after him. And that's only my personal opinion, but perhaps we can adjust that in the years ahead. This award every year recognizes a non-lawyer citizen whose time and energy has strengthened and supported the effectiveness of our American system of justice. Tim's career as a broadcast journalist is remarkable. His beat has been Lansing's capital and the persons who hold our highest elected and appointed offices. He has been the moderator of the longest televised state-based public affairs program, 47 years. He has informed and educated our citizenry about political and legal developments. His off the record is truly our public record of public affairs in this state. Tim epitomizes all that is great about our First Amendment's guarantee of free speech and free press. His civic contributions have reinforced the rule of law, which we hold most dear as lawyers. Tim is here tonight with his lovely wife, Gail, and it's spelled with a Y, by the way. And we want to say thank you, Tim, for your great service. God bless you.
Wow, a journalist and a bunch of lawyers, are we in deep trouble here? Before I go any further, would you guys humor me? Could I have all of the graduates of the University of Michigan or supporters of the U of M, would you please stand? U of M graduates, yes. Now, would you folks mind getting the hell out of here? You know what I'm saying? I have found out over the years of doing the rubber chicken circuit that if you can weed out the U of M people from the audience, the intellectual level goes up. It does. Thank you for this award. To Otto Stockmeyer, who nominated me, thank you for the honor. You know, our professions do share one thing in common. We are taught that you never ask a question that you don't know the answer to, right? Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. There's a corollary to that rule in my business that says you never accept an award until you do a deep dive to find out why the hell you got it. And I did my deep dive. I put my investigative team together, me, and I asked some questions. And come to find out, there was a tie vote on whether I was going to get this award or not. And I would publicly like to thank Jonathan Raven for breaking the tie between me and Donald Trump. Now, see, the Kiwanis thought that was funny this afternoon. Apparently, you folks have no sense of humor. I accept this award on behalf of all of my colleagues and people that are in our business, particularly in this time, which is a little challenging, as you know. We try to get at the truth, and as you all know, that can be very elusive in our game. But that's what we're after. And with your permission, first of all, can I just say something about my beautiful wife? Gail is a saint. I wouldn't live with me for 22 years, okay? And she has, and has just been tremendously supportive. Thank you, honey. I love you, okay? On your behalf, I ask your permission to dedicate this award to someone who is not with us tonight. My very first governor was William G. Milliken. Many of you remember him. You had personal contact with him. And I remember the day that I started covering the Capitol in 1902. It actually was the day the governor was sworn in January of 1969. I knew this guy from Adam. I knew very little about politics, and not much has changed. But I remember standing in the back of the room thinking to myself, this seems like a pretty decent guy, and ditto for his wife. And little did I know that over the next 50 years it would become close. And so tonight I would like to, in his memory, dedicate this award to him, because not only was he a great governor, not only did he write the book on bipartisanship, which we so desperately need today in our politics, but he also was a staunch supporter of the First Amendment and understood the role of the journalist. And one quick story, Bill Milliken's office had a glass door that you could look in and see what was going on, and the door was always open. We could go in and sit in the governor's parlor and watch everybody that came in and out of his room during the entire day. And Jim Blanchard came in as governor, who I like and respect very much, and the first thing he did was take out the glass door and lock it. That said something about Mr. Milliken that we have not seen. So, on behalf of, in his memory, I'd like to offer this up as a tribute to Bill Milliken, one of the greatest governors we've had. Thank you.